Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, and I'm playing with the mulcher again. So, we got it hooked up. We got to hook it up now. I want to talk about this real quick, though. This is a feature that I'm very excited about. I can't talk about it enough. Keeping the weight off the couplers should help extend the life of the couplers, but also just stops the wear and tear on the hoses and keeps a nice clean stepping area on the drum itself. So very happy with that. So let's hook this thing up now, huh? Oh, this is sketch. I'm the one who did it. It's really frustrating to try and get this in. See this? Your hand is basically the size of it, but you have to get in there with this. Line up one set of tabs and the collar. There we go. And then you twist it till it locks. Ta-da! Holy shit, guys. There's a Caterpillar hooked to a Blackhawk Fusion in my driveway. Alright. I'm not going to turn it on yet. I'm going to drive it over to some logs. Technically, this is my firewood pile, if I ever turn it into firewood. But we're going to hit something. Pretty much all I have on my property to hit right now. Woo. Almost just sideswiped the lawnmower with the head. That would have been annoying to get a red scratch paint off the mower on the yellow head. Oh, we're doing something. We're doing something. That's super cool. I don't know what we're doing, but it's flashing. Get over here. We're just gonna hit this log. But first, let's take a peek at how that looks. My door is fogged up because of morning temps, but that looks super cool. I'm assuming that when that is solid, when it's not flashing, oh yeah, I'm assuming when it's solid, not flashing, it is all good. That means it's working. When it's flashing, I think that must be like when it's in one of those modes where it wants to tune itself. So I'm gonna get some pictures with the good phone, and then we'll run the head. All right, actually, I brought the tripod. It is over on the gooseneck. You want to see our chickens? Bring me a chicken, baby. We had one that scratched its eye or got into a fight or something, and its eye was all swollen. It was bleeding. It was just a mess. Its beard was all messed, or its comb was all messed up. And she's been treating it for about 3 or 4 days now, and its eye opened back up. It can see out that eye again. It's not blinded. Come on, bring me a chicken. Disregard our patio that's falling apart. It's home built. I don't really know what happened last night out here, but it ripped the sunshade down. That's not the hurt one. Oh.
I just put her down.
This is Princess Leia?
This one kept coming back to me. She's mad I wasn't petting her. One of the chickens, the big black one, she run around with an egg in her mouth, and the other ones were chasing her.
What?
Yeah.
You had a chicken with a whole egg in her mouth?
No, I mean, it's a broken egg. Bubby got it. He found it in the yard.
Oh.
And then she's carrying the eggshell around.
Oh.
Her eye's almost open all the way.
Nice.
There's gooey's in it. I wiped it.
Oh, Vet Lacey. So I'm gonna hop in The fuck? We'll run a timer, and we'll see what happens after 20. I just want the clock app. Like, what the hell, Siri? Stopwatch. All right, I'm gonna run a stopwatch and run it for 25 seconds. I'm assuming at the 25-second mark from when I scroll up that fusion light will go solid. If it doesn't, I'll shut down, I'll hop out, and we'll talk. If it does, I'm gonna hit this log and see what it does. Doing some stuff. I don't think it's working right. This is what I'm seeing now. So I wanted to show you. I left the hydraulics on. I'll bring in the cab too. All right, so that's what I see there when it's off. See how this is flashing? This is supposed to flash normally, but there's supposed to be a second one up here that shows high flow. It's not going into high flow. It doesn't seem. And also when you scroll forward and it locks, it should. Here, I'll just do it. Forgive the door. Okay, let's work past that, guys. Anyways, let's unlock it. We'll pick the head up. Now, when I scroll forward like this, you hear that? A new logo should have popped up there. That's high flow. It's not. But I'll show you what this does. Watch the lights. This is full throttle. I'm not holding the stick. It's adjusting the flow itself. Get a little flash there. It's ramping up its own speed. I mean, it sounds like it feels like it's going full. About to hit right now. You hear that pump sound? I don't think the pump's in the right gear or whatever. So I'm gonna shut down, and then when I turn off the hydraulic flow, that's the colors we get back. So I'm gonna contact Fecon and see what the get up is. Technically speaking, I didn't really get any instructions at all. So I might have done something. I might not be turning the head on the right way or something. So, but I do want to check on that because I don't really want to run a big head like this, or any head that matter, for a high flow pump on not high flow. So, but look at that! Look at those bites. These things just eat. Look at that dead wood. Super cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go make some phone calls. See you soon. Oh. Good Monday. Well, I think it's actually afternoon. We got a nail in our tire, so I went and got 2 new tires. Right? My spare was bad too, so I had to get a new spare. And then they accidentally put the new tire on this wheel when this was the bad one. So basically, they took the good tire off of this wheel, put it on this wheel, patched that tire, put it in the bed of my truck, and then retired my spare. Super grateful. Kind of annoying because I didn't really kind of killed the day today. By the time I look at this, oh my god, you guys want to see something funny? Right here's where the peacocks, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little hole, there's a little hole, hole. The peacocks are going crazy. They actually hang out with our chickens. But I talked to Fecon and engineering, got back to us today. Super grateful for that. Look at all these chickens. Anyways, engineering got back to me. They basically gave me instructions on how to make this work. You know, we're basically making just something happen that really shouldn't happen normally. This is an odd thing, but we're doing it at my house, so it is what it is. So Fecon has asked me to cut this open again. So we're gonna get our razor blade, we're gonna get our little snips, and I'm actually going to be smart about it. And before I cut any actual wires, I'm going to take pictures and send those pictures. What are we getting? We gotta get this, we get our snips. I guess I'll bring these just in case. We got all our stuff, but I'm not gonna make any cuts until they approve what I'm doing, because this is where, like, I don't want to play with the machine too much. I don't want to play with this head. I don't want to hurt my machine. I don't want to hurt nothing. I just want to get it to work, run good, and let's eat. Because now that I took Monday off, I'm behind the 8 ball for the rest of the week. So we got to get production done. And we got some land clearing, I think, later this week. So that means, you know, more involved jobs. So let's get this fired up, project going, and get it approved by the powers that be in engineering, and then we can start making smoke. All right, so this is just a clamp. You pull that down. I don't know if you guys have ever seen inside of a 14 pin. I think this is a 14 pin. I forget what they are on skid steers, but I'm pretty sure it's 14 pin. I've never done this before. This is for strain relief. Actually, I'm gonna do, maybe this will work. If I do this first, go up with it. Oh, that's why. It's because it's electrical taped in place. Let's get the strain relief cover, whatever this is. I like that word. You know what? First and foremost, there is an empty pin, or a non-located pin, which might actually be my problem, because this was built for a Caterpillar, so they obviously did know. N is supposed to do something. I forgot what the text message said, but that's top. N is just right of center, so it's like at the 1 o'clock position. So on the skid steer, this would be top because it has the big lug. This is N. This one right in front of my thumbnail. So that's the one that tells the cat skid steers to command high flow, the most amount of flow possible. So I don't like this rubber. Sorry, Fecon. You're gonna have to redo this. Or I'll just buy this head. At a discount, obviously. You let some hack from Florida cut her open. While I work on this, let's have a little bit more of a face-to-face conversation. So one of the things I like to do is I like to kind of think about the customer as if Fecon or Diamond or Cat or, you know, any brand that I work with, I treat it as if that customer is my customer. right? They're their ideal customer. So like for Cat or Vermeer, dealerships like that, I'm more of a equipment purchaser. For Fecon, I'm more of an equipment runner. For Diamond, I'm an equipment runner. So like I look at it differently. I guess, well, that's good enough. What are you doing? You just walk around the background of the video and you don't even bring me my roast beef wrap? Come on. I'm over here. Bring it over here, babe. You gotta say hi now. I already talked about you. I don't know why she doesn't like you guys. You all keeping her busy in the office. Right, babe? So apparently the purple wires aren't dummy wires. They're actually plugged into stuff. So that's kind of useful. I just got to put two of these wires together, apparently. Hey, that's one of you guys calling her. Maybe. Hopefully it's not someone with who wants us to pay a bill. No, I'm kidding. She does that automatically. Can't catch Lacey sleeping. She's too good. So that is N. Put a little tab on it. Oh. You already know, guys. Lunch. She went so strong. Wow. She put so much horseradish on that. I'm not going to have allergies for a year. Whew. That is amazing. All right, let's read it. He said, there should be a jumper wire that goes from pin B to pin A. So for your harness, there should be a black wire in pin B. There is a black wire. And you should be should be spliced into pin N. Those will be your ground and enable your high flow. Pin J should be your 12 volt and red wire. So first and foremost, I'm going to check my red wire is going to J. Cool. Actually, I just want a little more work to work in here. I will say this. This morning, when I unhooked this head and put the FAE on, these couplers, with the weight being held off them, were the easiest couplers I've ever undone, ever. So I'm gonna plug that in last. Start with bottom. Not the easiest to plug in. I don't get it. They're not even moving. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But I got it. I had to delete everything off of the SD card and reformat it. because it kept saying SD card full, and I knew it wasn't. It wasn't. I thought it had a 32 gigabyte SD card in there for some reason, even though it's 250 gig. Anyways, everything works. I haven't cleaned up or anything. I wanted to show you. This is what it looks like when the tune fails. I'm just gonna put you here. I'm gonna turn the machine off, turn it back on. Every time you key the machine on, it has to tune. It takes 25 seconds, okay? So I'm gonna turn it off, let the machine turn the screen off, then I'm gonna turn it back on. It's gonna flash red, white, and blue. So fucking cool. And then yellow, go red, and then yellow when I tune it. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna pick it up before I start the tune. I'm not gonna input any hydraulic inputs on any other hydraulics. The only hydraulics that are gonna be running are the 100% of the pump is gonna be going to this machine, to the head. That's what it's gonna tune to. Then it'll come through. Then I'll come out and we'll talk some more. But you're gonna see it, the lights change and do all that kind of cool stuff right here. Dun dun dun. All right. Cycle it once. I don't know if that's how it works. Hopefully it does it, because it looked really cool the first time it did it. Yeah. I like it. I'm gonna get my timer out. Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that. Actually, let me unzoom this. How do I do this? Tap and hold to adjust digital zoom. All right. All right. So I don't know if you heard everything going on there. Right about the 20-second mark, I can tell it fixed the second gear. So this is still variable displacement. So there's, two gears. There's your working gear, and then there's a high-speed gear. Or wait, I think that might be backwards. I think your working gear is second gear, and then there's first gear. I could hear it was adjusting, and then that one leveled out, and then the next one it ramped up, and then that one adjusted, and then leveled out. I could feel it, or just hear it. I mean, I didn't really watch the RPMs. I was watching the clock. At 24.9 on my phone, this thing was tuned. It's crazy. I'm so excited. I love the lights. The lights are so cool. Look at that. Look at that. Is just cool. Looks like Iron Man. I don't know what the green is for tuned, red, blue. I don't know what blue is for. I'm hoping that's just because they're an American company and they're from Kentucky. Oh no, I hope it's not just Kentucky blue. Oh God. Okay, I gotta call my buddy in Kentucky, make sure Fecon isn't doing blue for University of Kentucky. I'm kidding, I really don't give a shit. To me, that's because of America. The red, white, and blue, and then the Fecon colors are in there too. It's because it's their machine. So I'm actually just gonna park behind the gooseneck. I am taking this tomorrow to today's project. Thankfully, I don't have to use the FAE. I am going to I can stay here. I'll shut down. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, knock it off. Roosters. They're silly little birds. All right, I'm gonna wrap that up, tighten that all up again, clean it up, and we'll be ready tomorrow. And then we will get to see this thing hit some stuff. We're gonna be in Melbourne, Florida, mulching, which is Brevard County. It's by like the Space Center, by the Cape, they call it down here. Sort of. It's in the same county. Typically down there, we either run into a lot of palmettos or none. I'm hoping we run into a lot of palmettos. Normally I wouldn't, but with this head, I want to see what it does with the worst of the worst. Let's get some of them 25-foot tall palmettos that are 6 inches apart. Just let it eat. Oh, so excited. All right, cleanup time.